I'm Judge Bill Fee, Steuben Superior Court. Welcome to our beautiful Steuben County Courthouse. You're about to go on a brief tour. Before we go inside, there are a few things to see right out here. Here we have two historical markers kind of out of the way. This one is to commemorate the 100th birthday of the last surviving Civil War veteran from Steuben County. Back here we have a marker dedicated to the westward passage of pioneers through Steuben County from 1836 to 1936. I'm standing next to the statue of Sojourner Truth. Miss Truth was here in Steuben County in 1861. She was here as part of the strong abolitionist movement here in Steuben County, and she actually addressed the citizens of Steuben County twice, last in 1861 outside of the then existing courthouse, not this one. Here we have a bust of Baron von Steuben, or as we say now, Steuben. He was a Revolutionary War general from Germany who came specifically to train our troops for battle, and he is the county's namesake. In Steuben County, a fish will tell you which way the wind is blowing. The weather vane atop the courthouse is not historic, was actually placed there in 1995. Here's the actual historic plate that was placed on the building upon completion in 1868. Our wonderful Steuben County Courthouse was actually built with all locally sourced materials. That means the timbers, the brick you're seeing here came out of the lake bed of Lake James, and it was built at a cost of $27,000 to the taxpayers then. The courthouse has been a huge success, far outliving its intended life, and now we're at a point where we need a new courthouse, and that effort is ongoing. But I would point out that it's going to cost at least 3 zeros more than the $27,000 here. Let's go inside. As we enter the building, we're approaching what was a double staircase leading up and into a single courtroom that actually stretched from east wall to west wall and was balconied. But if you've ever seen To Kill a Mockingbird, that courtroom was a huge balconied courtroom. We had something like that right here in Steuben County. Now we are down under the courthouse in one of two sub-level extra low basements, windowless basements that are part of the original structure of the building. I call them catacombs. Long ago, evidence was retained here. We no longer do that. We have evidence lockers on each floor, but it's kind of cool to see this old cavernous space. In here, court records, including marriage certificates, are retained, as well as these large books called court dockets that date from the late 1800s to the early 2000s when we switched to digital records. We're entirely digital now. The courthouse has undergone numerous transformations since 1867, with the largest change coming in 1983 with an ambitious remodel to the interior. The remodel involved bisecting the historic two-story courtroom into two separate floors, though there are still plenty of hints of history peeking through in this charming building. The cupola holds the original bell, forged in 1874 at Buckeye Foundry in Ohio. It's practically out of use now, but in the past was often rung for celebrations in the early part of the last century. From the top of the courthouse, you can see for miles around this wonderful town. Steuben County's courthouse in downtown Angola is an icon to locals, and aside from being a functioning symbol of law and order for over 150 years, it's also a majestic piece of architecture. We're really lucky to have it right here in Angola. Thank you for joining us to take a closer look at Steuben County's beautiful courthouse.